think this is the long-awaited limo shot? Is this
the parting shot? All right, great, guys.
Wait, long shot here, guys, but you know, we're like ready to go. The movie's like probably started a couple minutes ago, but he's got to be fashionably late. It's Leonardo DiCaprio in a blaze of light. This is really funny when it happens like this. Are we okay?
Yeah, we got to start. We'll bring him back out. We'll bring him back out. He's going to come back out. He's going to come back out.
They're promising that they're going to bring him back out. They promise, Leonardo, you have to come back out. They promise. See, as a rising young star in Hollywood, this is one of the things that you have to deal with. Everyone shouting your name at the same exact time.
Well, how you? Oh, I'm so sorry. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. I mean, now that it's got, I mean, you're carrying you're the lead. You're pretty much on all the judges. I think you can definitely say that. So,
yeah, that's
any sense of nervousness?
Yeah. Just as far as, you know, I don't know. No, I think the movie's good, and the movie's good. People are going to watch it, and that's what I care about. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to make any money or not.
I mean, I read it ages ago, and I was thinking to myself when they were making the movie while you were in production, going, hell, I mean, it's so strong, so deep, so dark.
Not only that, but it was in a diary form, you know what I mean? Jim Carroll wrote this, you know, pieces at a time, so we had to compile it all. Sorry, hit your rod. We had to like compile it all into one sort of storyline, so we had to like change things around. But I think it definitely captures the drug aspect of the book. I think that's definitely. I think a lot of other aspects of the book are dealt with, and I think it's good.
This is the first time we've had to take a character that actually walks around on this planet. So, what is it like?
Walks around on this planet?
Yeah, Jim's actually around.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, no, it's not true. Tobias Wolff actually is still alive and writing.
Yeah, but I mean, for you, I mean, here's a man who's writing autobiographically, semi-autobiographically, etc. And you had to portray somebody who's actually living and in the film and so forth.
Well, Jim obviously is a lot different now than he was back then at this time, but, you know, he was around a lot, and he was around watching filming, and he gave me a lot of good advice. A lot of good advice as far as what to do, the whole, you know, being from LA and everything, sort of getting the whole New York vibe as well was something I had to, Jim taught me a lot about. You know, he took me a couple of poetry readings, this and that. He was a big help.
Okay, I think I'll let you have you the rest of the time.
All right.
Leonardo.
Welcome.
Hey, how does it feel to be kind of like the great white hope of the new generation of young actors up and coming here in Hollywood?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't know if I am, but if that's what people are saying about me, it's definitely a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
But even in your coming out role, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, I mean, it seems like people want to challenge you with these intense emotional roles. How did you handle that?
I don't think it's necessarily people wanting to challenge me, but I just want to try as many different types of things as possible, and that's why I've been doing sort of the roles I've been doing for that specific reason. You know, I see a character that, like especially with this movie, you know, just the whole drug aspect and the whole sort of changing into the surroundings of, you know, what Jim Carroll's life was about was a big challenge for me. And I want to challenge myself, is what I'm saying. I want to, you know, keep on stretching as an actor. I don't want to get other people's pressure involved. I mean, my pressure on myself is enough.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Do you find that you get approached with playing like these angry young men characters, and do you think today's youth is angry or confused?
Today's youth, yeah, I think we're confused, definitely, you know.
The X generation is what they call us.
Well, I think I'm the Y generation, because, you know, the X generation is a couple years older, but I'm the Y.
Oh!
That's see what I'm saying.
Okay, so as the Y generation, do you have an advantage over the Xers?
We're even more confused than you.
Oh no! Well, you're handling it well, though.
Thank you.
You very much, Leonardo. Good to see you.
Okay. Hallo, guten Tag.
Yes.
I'm half German. Yeah. My mom is named Emmeline. Book as a reference. I always try, if I have a book, to refer to, I use that as sort of like my Bible. If I ever have any questions, it's usually there, Especially a book like the Basketball Diaries, which is so rich in detail and so honest. That was pretty much all I needed. And also getting into the whole drug aspect was,
What do you think about drugs?
I think they're a bad thing, definitely. And I think anyone who sees this movie will agree with me that, if you're thinking of trying heroin at all, it's probably not the wisest choice. Very well. Hi, how are you?
Should we do a little?
God, you know what? You're the hottest ticket in town.
Well, thanks.
Well, you know what? Basketball Diaries. How did all this come about?
It came about by me reading the book and me getting into the book and falling in love with it, and then getting the script and just deciding that day to do the movie.
Just in one day?
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what? It's just like you did work with some of the hottest talent in all of the world. You worked with Johnny Depp, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That was a really, really big jump for you. And now you're starring in this film. This is one of your first major starring roles.
We'll see how it does at the box office.
So,
I expect to be just like Schwarzenegger as far as gross is concerned, because there's that big budget action film, explosions.
And what's coming up after this?
I did another low budget movie called Total Eclipse, and that's about Arthur Rimbaud, the poet.
Is it the low budget movies that really make millions? Is it true?
No, I was joking. They make about 250,000.
So off screen, what are your hobbies?
I don't know. I don't really do much, to tell you the truth. I just do movies and I read a little bit, watch a little TV. I like stupid shows like I like Barney. I wake up in the morning, I watch Barney.
Tell me, how do you prepare for your roles? They're so deep and real. What is your method?
I don't really have one, to tell you the truth. I never really gone to an acting school or anything like that, so I just try and, especially if I'm doing a movie like this, I have a book as reference, and I always try, if I have a book, to refer to, I use that as sort of like my Bible. I've said this many times, I would not even think twice, I would never even consider, trying the drug in order to get into the character, because, mistakes have been made in the past. Right. So we had a sort of a person around who sort of tried every drug there was and came out alive, and he explained a lot of what it does to you physically and mentally, and also, like I said before, the book is so rich in detail as far as, what it's like to be on heroin.
What do you
think
young people will identify with your character?
Oh God, there's millions of different aspects. You'd have to read the book to get into it. I mean, I don't know if have you read the Basketball Diaries?
No.
It's a little deep for me to get into at this moment of time.
But as far as Jim Carroll being an artist, what do you think people will identify with?
I think, for me, just his complete honesty, and the honesty to the point where he was even, where he described how much he liked being on the drug, which is so rarely, so rarely done, especially like if you're trying to give some sort of a drug message to teens. It's like, this is bad, and that makes you want to try it, you know what I mean? But he sort of just is so honest with what happened to him, plus he's a poet at the same time, and he writes so beautifully that's why I think, there's millions of people that identify with this book. I go everywhere, and this is like their book that they read in college, and Basketball Diaries, man, it's crazy.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.